What is up, YouTube? You see the title of the video. I'm about to speak on some very uncommon truths, right? Some ugly truths that are very real, and but there are the select few who know exactly what I'm talking about and who can relate to everything that I'm talking about, right? I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from like real life, real world things. All right, so the title of this video is Become Unattractive to Level Up. Okay, now I'm gonna get deep into this, right? I'm gonna get very, very deep, and I'm gonna speak on some just their objective truths, but they're not common, and they're not preached a lot, and they're not talked about a lot. But there are the select few out here, and I believe a lot of the people who follow my channel, who are subscribed, they know exactly what I'm talking about, and they can relate to a lot of the things that I'm saying. So, I got the whiteboard out for this one. So, the level up, right? Level up can mean different things for different people, right? So I'm about to make an illustration. Okay. Oops. All right, so we got you right here, right? Then we got this over here. This is the goal. Goal. I know you could barely read that, but that's the goal. From you to get to there, this is the journey, otherwise known as the level up. Now, for some people, the goal might be to get in shape. For some people, the goal might be to get girls. For some people, the goal might be to get money, to improve their looks, right? The goal could be different things for different people, right? And whatever that goal is, for you to get from here to that goal is going to require some work. And that work is the level up, okay? Now, when I say become unattractive to level up, that could become making yourself physically unattractive can be helpful to a lot of different types of level up, right? Let's say the goal is to make money. If you make yourself physically unattractive, that way you're not distracted by, or you're not compelled to want to go out because you look unattractive, or things like that, then it'll help you to like lock in, stay focused, and focus on working, focus on the goal. But specifically, the level up that I'm talking about is when you want to become a new person, right? So the goal, in my case, that I'm talking about is a new you. New you, okay? Now, if this was to get money or muscles, you don't really need to change too much on the inside to get to that money or muscles goal, right? All you need to do to get to that those muscles is to work out. Yes, you do acquire some attributes, some internal attributes about yourself to become that type of person who goes to the gym every day to work out. That's true. Or to get money, you do have to change your mindset in order to be the type of person to attract a lot of money. But this new you that I'm talking about, the new you that I'm chasing, that I'm going after, it's a new you that you have to discover. I'm gonna speak from experience, right? Let's say let's take a drug addict, for example, right? I used to be on drugs. I used to be a drug addict. To become someone who's not a drug addict, you really have to change yourself from the inside out. Like, you have to flip everything inside out. Everything has to become like the opposite, right? There are some drug addicts who still identify as being a drug addict, and that is what keeps them off of drugs. it's weird to explain, but when I used to go to AA meetings or recovering drug addict meetings, things like that, just like recovery meetings, a lot of the people who are in there who are like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, they always identify as, hey, I'm Tom and I'm a recovering addict. They always identify as a recovering addict because it lets them know that because they're a recovering addict, they can't be around drugs. They can't even take a Tylenol because they know that if they take a Tylenol, it leads to something else. I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to always identify as someone who's recovering. I wanted to be someone who just was completely different and just had nothing to do with drugs. I wasn't scared of drugs. I wanted to be the person who, I'm not scared of drugs. I don't feel like I need drugs. I just don't care about drugs. I just don't do drugs, right? So that's why I stopped going to the AA meetings, is because everybody who went there, they identified so much with being a drug addict and with their past selves that they knew, like, if they stopped going to the meetings, that they would fall right back into those destructive behaviors. And I get that. I understand that. Sometimes you're a certain way for so long, it's just ingrained into who you are in your DNA. But this new you that I'm talking about changing your DNA. I'm talking about changing who you are on the inside. From going to a drug addict to you change your DNA to someone who, I've never done drugs before, or I've done drugs before, but it has no effect on me. That person who I used to be is dead. They have no weight on me. They have no effect on me, right? And so to get to that new you, first you have to discover who you are on the inside, right? For some people, they're new them, or for some people, like I said, they want money, or they want, whatever it is, they want to get the college degree, they want to get that promotion at that job, they want to get the girl, whatever that is, they want to be more attractive, they want to improve their sexual market value, whatever it is. To be honest, a lot of that is surface level. Like it takes work to get there, but you're not uncovering who you are at the core of who you are, right? Let's say you used to be a nerd, you're scrawny, you get picked on all the time. All right, you want to turn into this Chad looking dude who is confident, never gets picked on, and he gets all the girls. That's cool, but who are you when the pressure is applied? Who are you when nobody's looking? Who are you like in every situation, right? The new me that I'm talking about is like I discover who I am at the core. Unlayering, digging up all the layers that society has put on me, all the things that have been just put on me, like as a kid, as an adult even, all of these things that are pushed on me, like from my culture, everything. Who am I as a human? Not as an African American, not as a male, not as an American, nothing. Who am I as a human at the core of it? Who, like my spirit, like my soul. And to get to that point of discovery, you have to really unlayer a lot of things, and you have to put yourself in certain situations that you would never usually be in. Okay, so like, who are you when nobody's watching? When you are alone in your room at night and you know that nobody's around you, who are you then? Okay? When you see somebody in trouble, when you see an innocent bystander getting attacked or mugged, who are you then? You witness a crime happening, who are you then? What do you do in that situation? Do you say, hey, that's not my business? Or do you intervene just because it's the right thing to do? Just because, like, if that was my friend or if that was my family member, I would want to help them. Who are you then? Who are you when your friends are in trouble? Who are you when you're in trouble? Who are you when you're broke? Who are you when you have money? Who are you when, all the girls want you? Who are you when no girls want you? That is a level of discovery that takes a lot more work than to just get some muscles or to just get some money. And now I'm not saying getting money and muscles is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But discovering who you are at the core of who you are as a human, uncovering that, discovering that, and then molding that person into who you want it to become, that's a whole nother level of work. That's like a lifetime of work. And so, to the point of the video, become unattractive to level up. So we defined what level up is, right? Level up is just the work that it takes to get to a certain destination or goal, okay? And the destination and goal that I'm talking about is changing your DNA. Like literally physically changing your DNA, changing who you are, discovering who you are at the core, and then molding that person into who you want to become in every aspect. Like in every aspect. Like I said, there's a few aspects you need to change to get money. There's a few aspects you need to change to get muscles. There's a few aspects you need to change to be smart or get a college degree or persevere or win a championship. There's a lot of aspects to yourself that you have to uncover and mold. I'm talking about every aspect. Like David Goggins level. Like hardcore. Like I'm not saying you have to physically be that hardcore, but like to some degree, you know, that type of hardcore in every aspect of your life, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. That's a lonely road, bro. That's a very, 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 very lonely road to discover who you are and then mold and change yourself into who you want to become. That's a very lonely road. And to be on that lonely road to self-discovery, you have to do things that are conducive to that lifestyle, to the work it takes. You have to do things that are conducive to that. And one of those things that are conducive to that goal, right, or to that conducive to the work it takes to achieve that goal, is you have to make yourself unattractive, right? Physically unattractive. For me, it was shaving my hair off and growing my beard out. Okay? I know girls don't like that. Or at least for most girls. I know that they want a guy who's clean shaven, has a nice haircut, some good hair, all that other stuff. I know for me personally, I'm on a mission, right? Yes, to get $1 million. Yes, I'm going to get that. Yes, to get in the best shape of my life, I'm going to get that, right? But it's also spiritually. And there's some things in my heart that I want to uncover. And I want to uproot them. Like one of them is lust. Y'all know this. If y'all watch my channel, y'all know that for like most of my life, I've struggled with lust, right? And a lot of that comes from like childhood issues, childhood trauma, all this other stuff, bro. Like, it's a lot of layers. And I gotta dig deep. And then I have to do work. It's not just gonna come just from me, like I'm not gonna just overcome lust from like doing nofap for a certain amount of days. Or I'm not just gonna like overcome lust by just being celibate for a certain period of time. There is some internal, emotional, spiritual work that needs to be done for me to uproot lust out of my heart and out of my mind, right? And that's a part of the new me, right? It's a lot of work. So this journey right here, bro, it's lonely. And you have to be willing to embrace that loneliness, okay? Because look, let's say the goal is to just, I don't know. Some people just want to get girls, bro. Some people just want to get girls. Girls, right? It don't take much to get girls, bro. So it's like you're on this journey, right? And your goal is to get girls. Bro, you could get girls like right here, right? You could get derailed and just get a girl right there. And like, you don't even have to go the full distance, right? Or let's say the goal is money, right? You could get money like right here. You could just get lucky, bro. You could like literally get lucky and get a girl or get money. Okay? But if it's something like muscles, you do gotta work for that. You gotta work for that. Ain't no shortcut to that. But it's like, it's shallow, it's surface level. You do have to uncover some mental toughness to get the muscles, but still, it's not gonna, muscles don't make you hard, right? Muscles don't give you integrity. Muscles don't really change you at the core of who you are, or the process of getting muscles, going to the gym every day. True, you improve some mental things about yourself, but it's not changing who you are at the core. And so if you wanna get that new you though, there is no shortcut. And that new you that I'm talking about, to like uncover who you are, bro. I know you can barely read that, but it says new you. Like, there is no lucky shortcut along the way, right? Because it's a daily thing that you have to go through. You're constantly uncovering new things about yourself. And so I didn't want this video to get too long, but the point is, there's a lot of people out there who are saying, you know, level up to like get money, get muscles, and get women. You see a lot of that on Red Pill, right? And like the hyper focus is on like women and like getting as much women as possible, improving your sexual market value, or improving game, right? You could do that if you want, but in the end, after you get it, you'll realize that that stuff is really shallow and surface level. A monkey could do it, bro, if you train them right. And so you'll realize that that stuff really doesn't please who you are, like in the core of it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like I said, girls, money, muscles, you could get that in like a year's time, right? Or less, really less. Yeah, you could get that in like a few months, depending on what level you want. But that new you is an ongoing process that takes a lifetime. And I want to be, it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling working on yourself, loving yourself, being okay with who. Most people, they can't stay in a room by themselves alone for more than like a few minutes. Some people can't be alone for like more than like a few days, right? Let's just say they like go to work and come home. Some people can't do that for longer than a week. They need to like go out, they need to party, or they need to hang out with somebody, or they need to be on the phone with somebody. A lot of people, they can't be alone with themselves because they're scared of being alone with themselves, because they don't like themselves. If you can't stay alone by yourself for 30 days, there's some internal issues going on, bro. Now, I'm not saying like, some people will tell you that it's unhealthy. Some people will tell you it's unhealthy to be alone. It can be unhealthy, but you have to know, it can be unhealthy, but it's not unhealthy. It's not unhealthy. It can be unhealthy if you hate yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you don't love yourself. You could go crazy being alone, bro. Only if you have an issue with who you are, who you know you are. You can't fool your subconscious. You cannot fool your subconscious. Your subconscious knows you better than you know you. Okay? And so if you have if you can't be alone for like longer than a day or two, there's some work there. Just have the realization that there's some issues going on with yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever the case is, that you need to work on, that you need to figure out. Right? So right now, I'm on a journey, by myself. I'm figuring myself out. I'm building myself up as a man, as a human, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. I'm unpacking everything that's, within here. I'm discovering myself. I have been discovering myself for a long time, like since I've been out here on my own. And it's been a very, very crazy journey, right? Most people on the outside wouldn't see it as crazy because I haven't left this room, right? I just go outside to work out. That's it. I'll maybe go to the bank, go get a cigar or something, but for the most part, I've been alone. And I did that on purpose because for so long, for most of my life, I've always been dependent on what other people think of me. And I've always been dependent on like hanging out with somebody, being around somebody, depending on other people for comfort and for validation. I've always had someone to talk to, someone to like hang out with, someone to call. I never took the time to really understand me. And you have to be alone to figure out who you are. And if you're gonna be alone, you have to make things conducive to you, going on that lonely path, that lonely journey. I.e., making yourself unattractive. Get an unattractive haircut, shave your head bald, grow out your beard, let it be patchy, whatever. Right? Wear some average clothes, some normal clothes, whatever. But it's about self-discovery, guys. I know this video got long. I didn't anticipate it to be this long, but this is about the level up. Go through the level up, go through the pain, go through the self-discovery, okay? And do whatever it takes. Don't care about what people think. Force yourself to not care what people think by making yourself unattractive. And that's it, man. That's it. If you do the self-work, the self-healing, and bro, I'm talking about real work, like every day, grind, like every day, like you're exhausted. If you put that type of work in every single day on yourself and on what you got going on, it'll always be worth it, and it's very fulfilling in the end. I hope y'all got some value out of this. I hope I didn't go too much off topic and ramble too much, but if you got any value out of this, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Stay motivated.